it's Marvolo, and right now there might be an echo, bad lighting, because I'm in a bathroom. I'm about to go to my pre-op appointment at OHSU. It's a college and a hospital. Anyway, today is just, step one. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me, and I'm too embarrassed to vlog in front of other people, so I'm here in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not gonna poop in toilets much longer. I mean, I'll have a bag to jump in, but you know what I mean. Okay, see you guys later.
The cabin will swing as it passes the tower. Please watch your balance.
Oh, the lighting was terrible in here. I finished my pre-op appointment and it was pretty good. Not really any new information there, but right now we're supposed to be going to pick a place for where my bag will go on my stomach, so that should be interesting. Okay, I'm back now. It's December, I know. I filmed a video for an update back in November, but the audio was really crappy and I couldn't recover the audio, so here I am updating you now in December. 3 months almost post-op. I got an ileostomy. In particular, I got a loop ileostomy. So I didn't end up really vlogging much of anything, so when I left you guys off, I was about to go get my bag placed. I did go get it placed. I have a picture here. And I wore it around for a little bit just to, kind of see what it would end up being like. When I went into surgery, I was ready to go. I had just got this tattoo as a reward for getting surgery, so I was pumped up. I was just ready for the change. I knew my life was going to change in one way or another, but I was ready just to stop being so sick and for something to happen. And this surgery seemed like the something that needed to happen. You'll probably notice that my facial swelling has gone back down. I don't really know why that is, but my medications have changed up a bit, and it's cool by me. I had some time after that appointment. I didn't really do much other than stay in my hotel room. My boyfriend and I just waited around, and then surgery day, went in, got it done, and then I woke up. I had a lot of pain when I woke up, and I was exhausted, but they helped me out through the pain with Dilaudid, and I was just in and out of consciousness, napping and waking up, and post-surgery kind of dreariness, Unfortunately, with this surgery, as well as my previous surgery that I've had, my ileostomy, I just could not stop vomiting, and they tried giving me IV Zofran. They used a couple different medications on me to try to get me to just stop dry heaving, They put me on IV hydration only so that I wasn't allowed to even intake any fluids until I said something to them about how previously, when I had my previous surgery, I had this patch placed behind my ear. I don't know what medication it was called, but that was the only thing that got me to stop vomiting. It's something I think they usually use for seasickness, and they used that, and once again it did work, and I progressively went from being allowed some liquids to a soft liquid and then back to a normal diet slowly. But the vomiting after having abdominal surgery, it's no joke. That's just that's some painful stuff. Like do not recommend. Also, sneezing gets to be really painful, and coughing, oh my gosh. When I coughed, it would feel like my intestines were gonna come out of me. Sometimes my intestine kind of does come out of me, but we'll leave that for a different video. I was in and out of consciousness for the few days I was in the hospital, And my boyfriend was there most of the time right next to me on this cot that they had brought up for him. So that was really nice to have him there, and I really appreciated that. It was nice to have someone there and not to have to go through it alone. My family came to visit, my grandma and my mom. I can't remember if anyone else did. Oh, yes, Kat's sister came and visited me as well while I was getting a catheter placed. Well, I didn't end up actually having the catheter placed, but when they were trying to place a catheter, she was like rubbing my feet. And I was thinking, you know, at one point in my life, I thought she would see all that maybe because of me and Kat, you know, being together. But I never thought it would be under that circumstance. But yeah, Kat's sister, she just saw everything. But she was just there giving me Reiki energy through my feet. And I appreciate that so much. Kat's sister is like family to me, you know. I couldn't urinate, and they just kept trying and trying with the catheter, and I hated it, and it was so uncomfortable. And finally, after just hours and hours, I just peed, and it was the best pee in my life. Yes. Like, I can remember the relief. It's just like... So, I was under the impression that I was going to stop having bowel movements after the surgery, but no, that's wrong. I still have, well, not bowel movements, because my food doesn't go through my colon, you know. It's kind of like I have this exterior, just, what would you call it? Like a detour route. So my colon doesn't get used to process the food, but it still produces mucus and often blood because I have active Crohn's disease. So I thought that I was just going to be like, yeah, I don't have to sit down and poop anymore, but now I have to, you know, use my bag, so I kneel when I do that generally. I find the best position for me is just to get down on my knees to empty my bag, and then I still have the anxiety stuff. It's totally different. It's just usually like, it looks like cloudy pee usually when it comes out, but often there's also blood, so that's about what comes out of my colon nowadays. I still have to do that and have my bag, which, by the way, I'll have inserted pictures probably by now of me and my bag, but I will show you right now what it looks like. I don't have a cover on it right now or anything, but I got these, you know, opaque bags so that if I forget to put a cover on it, it's not too gross. Okay, first off, they had the best food of any hospital I've ever been at, and you could request your meals any time of day instead of waiting. Usually, like, you get a meal card and you pick options, and it's not that great usually. And here, it's more like room service. So this is like the 5-star hospital. And the food is so good there. When I was finally allowed to eat solid food, it was like, this is yes, all of the yes. But anyway, they had a couple weird incentive programs, at least on the floor I was on. And one of them was to get you up and walking, and I was really not walking too well, but I knew I had to. It's part of recovery. So I would clutch my IV post like it was a cane and walk through the halls. And they had these little foot things, like different sized feet. And it'll tell you how far you've walked. And you grab one of them when you've done so many laps. They were small laps and large laps. And they tell you how much that factors into a mile. And so some days I would count them up and like, whoa, I walked a whole mile today. They also had a treasure hunt, and they just had laminated pictures of like diamond rings, treasure chests, I don't know, weird stuff. It felt very kindergarten, but I got my little paper and I went around and I wrote down all the items, and there would be a number on the corner of them, and I wrote down all the numbers, and I turned in my paper, and I was so excited. I spent like over a day on this. I walked so many laps. I think I got 2.5 miles on the day. I completed it, and I actually only completed it because of another patient helping me out on one of them. So yeah, we like exchanged, clues. So then I turn it in, I'm so excited, and I give it to them, and they pull out this treasure chest, and I open it up, and all there is smiley face stickers, pencils covered in smiley faces, and one pencil that has like bugs on it. So I picked the bug one, and I might still have it, but I don't know what I was expecting, but that just definitely wasn't it. My surgery was September 16th in the morning, and I left the hospital on Tuesday. The real guidelines were that I was stabilizing, I was taking food in, I could properly change or empty my bag, and that I met with a wound and ostomy nurse, and they sort of instructed me on how to change my bag, and once they thought that they were satisfied, they let me go. And I wanted to go as early as possible. I felt cooped up, I wanted to get out of the hospital, so I might have left too early. I've had so many complications since that surgery. I've had some of the most painful moments of my life since that surgery. The recovery did not go very well for me, and maybe I'll get into that in another video. But at this point in time, and for the last month, I've been feeling really good, better than I'd felt in a really long time. I'm used to my bag, it's just a part of my life now. I'm not perfect at handling it yet, but I'm learning and I'm getting there, and yeah, I just want everyone to know that I'm doing better. I'm starting to gain weight again, so I'll try to keep you posted and tell you a little bit more of my post-surgery complications at another time. But for right now, I just want you all to know I've been able to, go on hikes and see beautiful places. I'll show you some pictures of the places I've been since I've had my ileostomy. It's just really improved the quality of my life. So thank you all so much for your support and your well wishes. I appreciated them so much, and I really appreciate that. If you have any questions for me about my ileostomy, the surgery, anything that you want me to touch on, I do plan to make a video that is sort of about the 2-month recovery process I went through and my complications and stuff, but at a different time, because it's probably like 3 in the morning by now, and I have an appointment at 11 a.m., so yeah. My physical health's getting sorted out, but my mental health's another time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting me in my recovery process and just being here with me, sticking with me, even though this has been a rough journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already so you can stay updated for when I make my next video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you again soon.